Hi everyone, Sharon here from Simple Sacred Every Day. For those of us who are in Melbourne, we find ourselves in lockdown once again. This time around, I'm calling it hibernation, and I'm using this term because I find it really helpful to remember that this is just part of the changing experience of life. Connects us to those natural rhythms of nature's seasons and transitions. And it reminds me, it helps me remember that life is tidal, that it ebbs and it flows, it rises and it falls, it expands and it contracts. And during these times of change and transition, it can be really overwhelming. And sometimes we can feel as though we're completely out of control, as though we're carried away by what's going on around us. It can feel like the heart is racing uncontrollably. The mind overthinking and ruminating, hormones surging through the body. And it feels like we lose our footing and there's no way of finding stable ground. But we do have a tool in our pocket that can help us and support us through these times of change. And that tool is the breath. And the breath and the function of the breath in the body is one of the only systems that we can consciously control. And we can use this breath and the respiratory system as a bridge between us and those other systems within us, the digestive system, the cardiovascular system, the hormonal system. We can use the breath as a bridge between us and those systems to help down-regulate those systems when they are caught in that stress response. We can use the breath to help refine our responses to the moment and help us navigate life and change in a more skillful way. I'm going to take you through a short meditation now, which has the aim of helping you find your own natural breath. For many of us, when we are lost in thought or overwhelmed in the moment, we have a tendency to either hold the breath or breath very shallowly into the upper chest and throat, or reverse breathe, where as we breathe in, the belly moves in, the chest moves out. And as we breathe out, the chest moves down and in and the belly relaxes. So we want to find a natural breath which allows us to use all of the lung tissue, helps us find those primary muscles of respiration, which are found down in the lower portion of the body. It includes the diaphragm. So using this short meditation to help us find our own natural breath that you can use as you go through your day and practice whenever you do feel as though things are feeling a little out of control and you just need a little of extra support and you want to find that calm and that stillness that can be found in the moment. The word breath or breathe has its roots in the concept of spirit. And ancient traditions believe that spirit is moved into and out of the body through the breath. That the breath draws in energy to support and sustain the body. And then it's slowly released excess energy that doesn't serve us anymore. And I also like to think with this connection between the breath and spirit that it's a practice, a resource within us where we can welcome ourselves home, we can welcome spirit home, so that we can feel at home in our bodies and we can feel at home in the moment, regardless of what it is life may throw at us. So let's begin our meditation by sitting in a comfortable seat, either on the floor or in a chair. And just let your hands come to rest in your lap in whatever way feels comfortable for you. You're welcome to close your eyes, or you can direct your gaze towards the floor. And just take a moment to allow yourself to come into stillness, allowing the body to settle, feeling the contact of your feet on the floor, or maybe your sit bones in your seat. Noticing the spine, and imagine it growing tall and long out of the pelvis. There's length through the neck. Crown of the head is moving towards the sky. Sensing and relaxing through the shoulders, noticing the arms, the hands, the palms of the hands and the fingers, and invite them to loosen their grip. Taking your attention up into your face, and allow for a softening to move through the eyes, the jaw, the tongue, and allowing a little smile to move into your lips, the eyes, and resting your attention on your nose. Now pay attention to the movement of the breath through the nostrils. Notice the sensations that you can feel. Noticing the movement of the air in and out of the nose. Perhaps noticing the change in temperature of that air as it moves in and out of your nose. And then following the front line of that breath as it moves into the body. Notice what it feels like as that breath moves into the body. Where does that breath want to naturally move into the body? Where does the body allow that breath to move into it? Does the breath feel at all tight, restricted? And is there any parts of the body that feel a little resistant to that breath? Allow the body to relax back as we consciously let go of the need to have to improve this breath in any way. Now allow that breath to move deeper into the body. Imagining it moving all the way down into the belly. Can you imagine that belly expanding with the inhalation, allowing it to become full and round? And as you breathe out, the belly softens, it relaxes. If the belly is feeling a little resistant to the breath, it can also be helpful to imagine that as you breathe into the belly, that you're also breathing into the teeth. And then allow the breath to naturally leave the body. Moving the attention up into the rib cage and imagining now, as you breathe in, that those ribs are gently moving in all directions. The side ribs are moving out to the side. Back ribs are gently moving back. And the front ribs are gently expanding forward as you breathe in. And then a sense of softening all through that rib cage as you breathe out. You could imagine the lung tissue inflating like two balloons. Those balloons again expanding in all directions as you breathe in. And gently releasing as you breathe out. If you're finding this a little difficult, imagining or feeling these ribs moving in all directions, then it can be helpful as you breathe in and imagining that breath moving into the rib cage, that you're also breathing into the cheekbones and then allowing for a natural exhalation. Imagining that breath moving into the body and moving all the way up into the collarbones, bringing a real broadness there. And allowing for a long and slow exhalation. So as you're breathing in, imagining that belly expanding, the ribs expanding, and that breath filling the whole of the torso all the way to those collarbones. And then a softening as you breathe out. You could imagine as you breathe in and that breath moving up into the collarbones, that the breath is moving into the teeth, the cheekbones, and into the eyes. And then a long, slow exhalation. You could deepen the breath even more again by imagining on this round the breath enters the body and it moves down into the pelvic floor. The gentle expansion there into the belly, into the rib cage, into the collarbones, teeth, cheekbones, eyes. And as you breathe out, imagining that breath moving out through the crown of your head. And staying with this visualization for the next few rounds of your breath. And noticing the quality of your presence now. Has the heart quietened? Is there a greater sense of stillness and calm about the body? This is the quality of presence that we wish to bring to this day. A presence that taps us into a pure awareness. Where we're awake, but we're calm. We're engaged with the moment, but where we're relaxed. Let's start to deepen the breath now. And with your next couple of exhalations, exhale out through the mouth. A sense of releasing, surrendering. And you can bring those hands to prayer or rest those hands against your body. And may you, my friend, move into this day with this awake, engaged, and restful awareness, knowing that you can tap into these qualities by coming back to your breath. Take care.